Hello? Is that Paper Pizzazz? How are you? Gonna wait a couple more minutes. Hi, Fatima. Happy Wednesday to you too. Hi, Adam. I am doing well too. It's already halfway through the week, so I ain't complaining. So the background is a little different. Hi, Tariq. Um, in my uh in our bedroom. Hi, sensational flames underscore flames. Hey. Uh, hi, Talisha. Finally caught one. Well, welcome. Um, we're in our bedroom. Our everybody that's working in the house, everybody got meetings going on. So my husband is upstairs with his clients, and I'm down here. So I took the bedroom, and my little sister, is actually out there training. So we each have a section of the house. So I said, well, I'll just keep it real informal and cozy, and just come in the bedroom and just kind of chill. Where I was finishing up work before my lunch break. So we are going to get started. I know many of you have kind of been on my lives throughout these past couple of weeks. So, we all know the drill. I just want to keep these going because I know a lot of people can't catch them. And like Talisha just said over here on YouTube, she was like, I finally caught one. So I want to keep doing this because, I always get questions about the course and what we're going to be doing and talking about and what can you gain from it. And hello, Cherise. So I want to make sure I'm giving you all information and just kind of give you some time with me so we can like connect, and you're welcome to ask any questions. So if you don't know too much about me, I'm owner of Lady Simone Candle Co. Um, and I've been in business for almost a year, but I've been actually making candles for 3 years now. And I started while I was home recovering from having a baby during my postpartum. And I really had a rough time, guys. Anybody that's had a baby out there know what that's like. You have some women that bounce back, and then there's other women that on the other side of the spectrum that deals with a lot of emotional and mental struggles. And I was one of those women, one of those moms. And so my doctor encouraged me to just kind of get involved with like some self-controlled activities. And yes, hashtag candle biz boss. I love it. um, and so that was making candles. And so I'm very, very big on connection. I'm an emotional person. I'm creative. So I'm very big on vibes and connecting. And I do not see a lot of candle makers talking about the connection piece of the craft. And so when we start the course, that is going to be the first big chunk that we talk about is the connection and finding your and kind of bringing that passion out into the craft. I think a lot of us get so frustrated with the actual candle making process, troubleshooting, dealing with issues with the wax, and trying to figure out what wick goes with this jar. And we kind of lose the creative part. We lose the connection. We lose the passion. and it can oftentimes get lost, especially in the starting of the business process. I have launched my business and I've been in bit. Hey, Miss Chaz, Miss underscore Chaz, that's my girl right there. Um, I've been in business for almost a year, and because you wear so many hats, add about 10 more hats onto my black hat. That's how many hats you got. Wear a lot of hats, and you can really get so frustrated with the business part that the craft almost gets lost. And the purpose of us starting a business is because we want our to put our craft out there for customers to see and then buy, right? A return on investment. We done invested all this time, money, education, resources, tips, investing in other professionals, investing in YouTubers, and investing in courses like yourself. You want to see your return on investment with the customer piece. Hello, yes, I'm feeling discouraged already when testing waxes and wicks. That's from Sharmika J. And then Talisha Nail said, yes, I have 3 kids at home. It's hard. On top of that, my husband wanting my attention. Girl, listen, especially with me starting this course, my husband teased me all the time, like, so I need you to just go ahead and shut that computer down. He definitely supports everything I do. He's actually the one that encouraged me to start my business. And he's just as excited for this course as I am, because he's actually seeing this introverted wife of his come out of her shell. He was like, you doing lives? I was like, I know. He was like, you don't do lives? I'm like, listen, he knows I'm so in my bubble, and you know, he sees the candle making process, and he supports all of it, and it's difficult. You're absolutely right, Talisha. It's hard. And so I designed this course to help kind of relieve that stress off your shoulders a bit. And really, all the questions you're probably asking and you're thinking and pounding your head against the wall about, I guarantee you it's in this course. Why? Because I've done it. I've started my business and I'm still operating and living it. And it's all through trial and error. I was very transparent last week. Thank you, Adam. Yes, he is very supportive. Love my honey. Um, he is what I was saying. I done lost my train of thought. Sorry, you got me thinking about my man, y'all. But yes, through trial and error. Hi. You can't trust me 10 on YouTube. So when I first started, again, it was all trial and error. I was so excited to get my scents out to everybody. The deadline to sign up is February 26th, so you still have some time. I was so excited to get my scents out there, y'all. I just kind of launched. I did do a pre-sale, and I will say my pre-sale was successful. But after that pre-sale, and then I was actually operating and trying to manage my business after I got all those orders out, and then it was time to actually operate the day to day. Y'all, I was lost. I was confused. It's like one day I'm trying to make candles, the next day I'm on the internet trying to figure out what the heck am I supposed to do next. Okay, so I have sales taxes to pay. Okay, so I'm here in Ohio, so how do I do that again? And then I hired my bookkeeper, and she was like, "You haven't paid sales taxes at all?" I'm like, "No, ma'am." She's like, "Oh, baby, now we're gonna have to go back and figure all that out." Little things like that, I did not know. I was aware, but I didn't know the know-how, right? Oftentimes we hear information, but until we do it, we don't know what we're doing. We don't know what we don't know, right? And so questions like, where and how do I start? How do I make a good candle, a good quality candle that my customers are going to be returning customers for? Where am I going to fit in, right? There's too many candle sellers out here. Like, who's going to want to hear me or see me? Um, do I actually need a business plan? Is it necessary? Or can I just grab a notebook and write my thoughts down and then just jump out in the water? How much do I need to even start a business? I've been buying things here and there. Will you go over which sites are best to buy? Yes, I will. That's in the course. Do you still use 464 soy wax? My line is coconut soy wax now, and I get that from the Flaming Candle, actually. Um, So yeah, so do I need a business plan, or can I just get my notebook and just jump out in the water and hope somebody will buy it? Um, how much money do I need? I've been buying things here and there, but what about when it comes to turning over that inventory? How much should I budget every month to make sure I have at least a month's worth of sales, which is going to, which we're going to get into that analyzing piece and looking at your kind of, kind of dissecting the basic parts of your reports. So what tools and things do I need? I'm sure now that y'all are candle makers, y'all have some of those tools, but is there anything else that I need to purchase to kind of keep my craft and my skill going? How do I determine what to charge for my candles? I see this candle maker charges $20, and I'm over here charging $9. Am I charging too low? Is she charging too high? We're going to get in what's considered luxury, what's considered just a basic candle line, those median target markets, and how do I appeal to those pockets. We're going to get into all of that. It's already headache enough, and I just wanted, yes, we're going to talk about taxes. um, it's already complicated enough trying to start and operate your own business, and I wanted to kind of put all of that information into one spot to so you all can reference it. We're going to go through each module. It's an 8-week course. We're going to be together 8 weeks. I'm going to slowly drip out materials each week, so that way you can focus on that one phase and learn, research, ask questions. Ask me if you ask anything to me if you need clarity, and go off on your own and see what your state requires. And I'm giving you the fundamental tools for you to then take offline and say, okay, Paris gave me all of this. Now let me go ahead and take it and check that off. All right, I got that done. Okay, let me get online and see what my state requires. Okay, P, Lady C, I got that done. So I'm really helping you go through each step, so that way when you do decide to launch, or if you've launched and now you're kind of filling in those knowledge gaps and filling and kind of fixing those, maybe those trial and errors that you're dealing with now after launching. Now you can go back and say, oh, so this is what I still need to do. Okay, I haven't done that yet. I've been launched for a few months, but I haven't done that yet. So let me go ahead and look that up and get that in place. I want you to be able to launch and continue to operate in your business with some confidence and with the little reassurance that the main things I have in place and I got locked in. So that's pretty much what I wanted to help you all with. Things like, should you even structure an LLC? Is that right for me right now? It's not required. I know a lot of people's like, oh, I got to get my LLC. I got to do it. It may not be necessary for you right now, depending on your vision for the moment. We're going to talk about taxes and bookkeeping and licenses and permits. Yeah, we're kind of from all over, but there is kind of a general guideline to what you may need as a candle maker. And so we're going to talk about that stuff. Where do I sell? You hear a lot about Shopify and Etsy. Hey, who's that? L's blog. Hey, neighbor, I'm from Cincinnati. I'm Columbus, so we are literally. I'm a little north from you. um, how many cents do I start out with? I get those questions all the time. I can easily tell you, okay, go ahead and start with like 6 or 8 cents. But for you, that may be too much. I've had people say, you know what, I feel overwhelmed with 6, real talk. So I think I want to just launch with a signature cent and then build from that. I ain't mad at you. You have to do what's going to handle for you, but at least you'll have these foundational things to think about. I am literally like, I'm giving you chunks of information. I'm giving you endless tips on what you should think about. What about your niche? I mean, you can't sell to everybody. Oh, we wish we could, but we're small businesses. Well, I don't even like really saying small businesses. We're business owners. Um, Sometimes you just got to speak greatness in your life, but we can't target everybody. We can't. To be honest, targeting a niche market is actually more beneficial. I say this all the time because I'm new to social media. I'd rather have a few authentic followers than to have millions of followers that don't even know what my cent of the month is. Real talk, right? I want to build loyalty. I want to build customer relationships. I want to have returning customers that are in my referral program, and they say, "Look, girl, I got 100 LadyC points, so I'm about to buy me a candle and get a discount because this is my favorite candle, or the candle of the month is on sale right now." That's what I want. So, it's slow and steady. It's not going to be an overnight sensation or success, but I like the slow and steady because it gives me time to analyze what I'm doing, and it gives me a chance to reevaluate strategies. I'm approaching my 1 year, and I'm already kind of rebranding. You probably see my story on LadyC Candle Co. That Instagram account. I'm doing new colors, new logo, new fonts. My website is getting redesigned. I'm restructuring my candle line. Hey, from New York City. Hey, from Ohio. And I'm reading why, because I've learned so much already over this past year. Already from other candle makers I've admired, but then I would take it back to me and say, okay, how can I take what I've learned and make it mine, make it unique, and make sure LadyC is a name that they remember. Even you all have already kind of adopted that name for me. Like, should I call you Paris or LadyC or Simone? Okay. I like that. It registers with you. And I want that for you guys. When you sell your candles, they already know, oh, that's Miss Chaz's candle. Like, her candles are dope. Her business name is going to ring. So that's what we're going to talk about. So module 3 is actually Rosalind. Hey, I missed the beginning, but we'll rewatch this. This process is a lot, but you are a lifesaver, girl. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Rosalind. I appreciate it. Yes, you can rewatch it. I'll have it in my YouTube playlist. It will say LadyC Lives. And of course, you can rewatch it on my IGTV story. So module 3, I just kind of wanted to highlight module 3, which is establishing a brand offline. I didn't realize how important this was because everybody, what website platform will you use? You can't trust me 10. What do you mean? Like, as far as selling candles, or are you talking about for the course? Um, Building your brand offline. We all know, from Toledo, Ohio. Oh, come on. All these Ohioans up in my chat. I am loving that. Um, how important is building your brand? It's ultra important because it's how you're going to stand out amongst the crowd. So building your brand offline is actually the topic we're going to talk about before we even talk about social media and online marketing and building your brand online. Why? Because you need to understand how to establish who you are, know who you are, understand what your brand represents, understand your mission, understand who you're niching to, who your market is, and see how you can appeal to them. Building your brand offline means analyzing data, doing research, figuring out who you can target, what are their interests, what's their lifestyle, what type of scents are they interested in. You're not being like creeps, but in a way, you do kind of have to study your competition, right? That's the mind of a boss. What is he doing that I can do different, or even better? What can I offer differently from my counterpart? That's the things that we're going to talk about. So that way, when you do bring your business online, you'll know how to reach those customers, how to convert them from scrollers to customers, from, oh, that candle picture is cute, to, I think I'm going to buy her scent. We're going to talk about that stuff. You have to get to know your brand and figure out how you want to be represented as a brand, as a business. Your brand is the personality of your business. What website do you use for products? I use Shopify to sell my candles, but there's Etsy out there. You can do a regular website, like on what's, I think it's called Square or Squarespace or something like that. We'll talk about all of those different platforms. You can even sell right on social media. You don't even need to have a website. You can do landing pages and things. We'll get into all of that too on the course. But you don't necessarily have to have an e-store if you're not ready. But like I said, we'll get into all of that. I'll help walk you through. At least I will walk you through Etsy and Shopify and how to set that up. But I'm also going to talk to you how to sell on social media, landing pages, and things like that. If you feel like certain platforms are too overwhelming, absolutely, it's possible. How did you come up with a company name? we're actually going to talk about that as well. That's actually the first big chunk that we're going to talk about. And I was just getting into that about getting to know you, your brand, your personality, how you want to be represented, how do you want people to know you as, um, colors, and how to appeal with your packaging, and how do you want your customers to feel when they open up your package. Your business name is going to say a lot about you. It's something that's going to live with you as you grow your business. So you want to make sure you're choosing a business name that can grow with you and that's not too limiting. We're going to get into all of that discussion that goes into building your brand offline, letting people get to know you. So when you do get online, people can get to know you. So you have to figure out where your lane is first offline, study your competition, figure out, you know, what about my business name is going to ring in their ears when I do decide to market. Um, Again, how do I want to be represented and remembered? So we're going to get into all of that in module 3, establishing our brands offline, and then, getting into how to build our brands online. So I talked about modules 1 and 2 last week, and that was just getting started and creating our business plans. We really going to dive deep into our business plans. I'm going to challenge you all, those who has already enrolled and who will enroll. um, I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to make you think. I'm going to kind of force you into probably a mental space that is going to take you out of your comfort zone, because it's necessary, guys, to grow as future bosses, to run your business. You got to step out of your comfort zone. That's why my husband is so shocked. Like, you doing lives, girl? Because he knows I'm always in my bubble. I don't like all of that. I don't need attention, all this. I'm very just kind of like in my bubble, and he knows that about me. So this right here is very, very new for me, but it's necessary. And it's necessary for your customers to know you, right? They need to see you. They need to understand who they're buying from. What can, this is from LadyC. She's very laid back. Her candle brand speaks classy to me. So what about her is classy? I'm actually learning that with my social media manager now that I'm strategizing with. That's why Lady Simone is going through a complete rebrand. You're going to begin to see more of LadyC come out with that account, which is why I moved all of my digital stuff somewhere else, because I want my customers to see the side of me that they don't see. They open my packaging and they oh girl, I love your candles and this, that, and third, but I want them to get to know me more. And so we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about getting out of our comfort zones. For all my introverts out there, we're going to have to get out of our comfort zones a little bit and figure out how to connect with our customers. It's necessary. I'm going to challenge you as the chandler, the candle maker. I'm going to force you to connect, and we're going to talk about our relationships with the craft. I know that may sound deep for some people, but it's necessary. If you're not excited about your business, you can't expect your customers to be excited, right? They don't want to buy from somebody that's not passionate. They don't want to buy from anyone where they can't feel the excitement through the screen. Like, y'all can probably see how excited I am to like even talk to y'all about the course. Why? Because I'm excited about it. I get to help you all kind of bridge the gaps between, research and experience. I'm bringing all of that together so we can start our businesses and get out there and start living the life that we want. It's going to take time to build and get there, but at least you know the fundamentals of how to open and operate your business. So that way, when we do leave after our 8 weeks, you can walk away and begin operating in the day to day with that business knowledge already with you. Like, oh, I did learn this. Okay, so I do got to pay sales taxes every month. I remember Lady C was talking about that in the course. So let me go ahead for all my Ohioans out there. Already, we know how to get on to our website. It's either going to be monthly, quarterly. Some people pay sales taxes biannually. We're going to talk about that stuff. You got to be the creative person, but you also got to be the boss. You got to pay your sales tax. You got to track your inventory. You got to track your purchase orders. You got to stay organized. You got to do your bookkeeping. You got to be your marketing person. You got to be your tax person. I mean, it's like, oh my gosh. So that's why we're pacing this course for 8 weeks, so we can come together and and learn all of this slowly. And come the end of this course, you would know what to do to either go ahead and launch, or okay, you know what, Paris, this was great. I'm actually planning on launching in the fall, and so I'm going to take this offline and get to it. How do I sign up? So for that was Brina from in YouTube. I will have the link in the description box for you to sign up. I purchased 2 of your candles and they'll be here. So I just shipped yours yesterday. Yes, Shamika, thank you. I thought that was you, but I didn't want to ask on YouTube and get my face broke if that wasn't you. So yep, my husband just took your packages to the post office yesterday, actually. So thank you. The course is $497, but there is a payment plan option that you can opt in, and you will pay for broken down into 3 payments. So yeah, I haven't made one candle, but I'm stoked about the stuff going through my mind about what I want my business to be. It's fun, y'all. Thinking about the creative side of how you want your business to be. It's fun. That's the creative fun part. How you want to be represented, how you want people to know you as. So we're going to be talking about all of that stuff. I'm really taking it step by step. So the first couple modules, we're really going to be digging deep, and we're going to be digging a little deep into the craft piece, because I want you all to be able to walk away. And if somebody asks you, how did you start your candle business? You should be able to tell them like, well, I did this. And you can maybe help somebody else that's thinking about starting a business themselves. They may get inspired by your Instagram or your social media and say, oh my gosh, I love her packaging. I want to do that. And they may DM you and say, how did you do that? So my company name, Lady Simone is actually my middle name. And at church, believe it or not, like all my friends, that everybody has always called me Lady P. That's always been my nickname. Hey, Lady P, what's going on? And so I took my middle name because Simone, and the way it's spelled is actually, the way my middle name is actually spelled is very unique. And so I just added Lady on there because I do consider myself a classy, Black, educated woman. Yes, I do. And it reads in my website, it reads in my story, it reads through my packaging and my candles. And I want to empower and inspire other young women that are dealing with self-esteem, dealing with mental struggles, that you absolutely can pull yourself back together and do the daggone thing. So that is how I embody. That's how I look at myself. That's how I was able to recover. I have a husband and a child and an awesome family, and I don't have time to let the devil take me out of here. I ain't got time for that. And so I want my business to represent that, and it does. So I'm actually focusing more on this year with my rebranding to kind of target more of those markets. And I really want to talk about postpartum more, and connect more with that side of my marketing. I really want to connect more with that side. So I have referred the course to a couple of new channels. Thank you so much, Paper Pizzazz. I appreciate that. I'm just seeing if anyone else. Hey, Mecco underscore Lyle, how are you? It's underscore Sherry. Yaya underscore, I think that's Sphinx. Yep. Make sure I didn't miss anybody over here on YouTube. Thank you so much, Sharmika. I appreciate it. So thanks again for spending your lunchtime with me. I'm about to clock back into work myself. I'll be going live again on, what's today? So I'll be going live again on Thursday. Yes, Thursday. And we'll be talking about module 4, just giving another overview, another brief, chit chatting, and you can ask any questions. I try to limit these lives for just course questions, or, business questions. A lot of telling you, jam-packed information is going to be in the course. So any candle making questions, I can take offline. You can do in my YouTube comments. You can DM me on Instagram, whatever, and I can kind of help you there. I try to make sure I'm answering people's questions that are interested in the course part, though. So, but I appreciate your questions. And so, yeah, I will see you all Thursday. If you're interested, share, let everybody know, even if they just want to come in and just listen. This is open and closed enrollment. So I'll be reopening the course off and on. So I don't want you all to think this is the last time this course will be constantly available. But I do close enrollment after a certain time because that's the group that I'm going to focus on for 8 weeks, and then reopen it for the next crew that wants to possibly open up their business. So I'm super excited. Y'all are awesome. I really love y'all and appreciate y'all. So y'all have a good day. Get back to work, and I will talk to y'all soon. New video Friday on my channel, so stay tuned. Bye, guys.